Let's go.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to a brand new UFC prediction video here today on the channel. Oh my god. I am gassy. I am tired. I have pills in my system. I am still recovering from ACL surgery. I don't know how well you guys can see this bad boy, but I am definitely on the mend from surgery. Oh my god. It's like 10:30 on a Monday morning, and I'm just dead. I'm so tired of not doing anything, and it's only been a weekend. Oh my god. But anyways, guys, welcome back to another UFC prediction video here today. Maybe getting up and talking some UFC stuff and playing some Madden later will help get me back in the game. But yeah, very big card to predict today. We actually have a very massive card heading down from United Center in Chicago, Illinois this Saturday night as Dricus du Plessis puts his middleweight title on the line against Khamzat Chimaev. This is going to be some banging fights. Lerone Murphy versus Aaron Pico, Jeff Neal, Carlos Prates. Who else you got on this card? Jared Cannonier, MVP, Tim Elliott, Kai Asakura. This is a banging card from top to bottom. Even some of the prelims are bangers. Like, you can't ask for a much better card than this, man. That's really all I can say. We're going to break down every single fight on the pay-per-view, though. This is definitely a card that you want to watch from start to finish, though. I will say that. A stacked card hits UFC 319 in Chicago. It's going to be a very big pay-per-view between Dricus du Plessis and Khamzat Chimaev. Let's make our picks and let's talk UFC 319. And our first fight up is Tim Elliott facing Kai Asakura. That is the first fight of the pay-per-view in United Center, Chicago, Illinois. That one's going to be a bit of a banger, man. I am very intrigued to see how this fight goes at flyweight. I mean, Kai Asakura, we haven't seen him since the Pantoja fight, right? So, like, I'm very intrigued to see how he does here in this fight against Tim Elliott. And, I mean, the big factor here for me is I believe Asakura's striking is miles above Tim Elliott's. So the main thing for me is, can Kai Asakura stop the takedown? Like, he got dominated on the ground by Pantoja back in December. So how much wrestling and how much grappling has Kai Asakura learned since that December loss to Alexandre Pantoja? I don't know. I don't know the answer to that question. We're gonna find out Saturday night, but I don't know the answer to that question because actually that's interesting too. I'm completely forgetting about this. Tim Elliott's dropping down from bantamweight too. So how will he deal with that weight cut? And someone who's got power and skill in his hands and his feet like Kai Asakura, I don't think this is a great matchup at all for Tim Elliott. I really just think this is almost more of a stepping stone and a kind of like, how do you call it? Like, oh, what's the word I'm looking for? It's like, I mean, stepping stone is a good way to describe it, but it's like, almost just, I almost feel like they're just giving Tim Elliott to have, or giving Kai Asakura Tim Elliott just to have a name on his resume. Because I do think Kai Asakura is a top 10 contender in this division, but he's definitely got to get some wins in the UFC. I mean, his only fight in the UFC is against Pantoja, and that's never a great matchup to have for a flyweight. So I'm going to take Asakura in this one. I actually think he's going to get Tim Elliott out of there in the first or the second round, personally. I think Tim Elliott's tough. I think he's gritty. So I am going to say Kai Asakura gets it done in the second round, but I don't know how good Kai's cardio is either. I mean, I'm sure his striking cardio is a lot better than his grappling cardio, but I'm sure Tim Elliott will try and test that cardio in the later rounds. I don't know how well of a gas tank Tim Elliott's gas tank will hold up, considering he's dropping down in weight, but should be an interesting fight. I got Kai Asakura. I don't know how to feel about this fight. I like it, but I also know what's coming at the same time. We have Jared Cannonier facing Michael Venom Page. This is going to be interesting because the reason why I say I kind of know what I'm expecting here is because when Jared Cannonier faces somebody like an MVP or an Israel Adesanya or Kevin Holland, he tends to go, and just freeze. This is all my man does. So, honestly, I just don't see Jared Cannonier getting out of his head and going for the kill in this fight, because I mean, MVP is more dynamic and even more of an awkward style than an Izzy or a Kevin Holland, like somebody of that striking persona, sort of say. Like, when Jared Cannonier faces these guys who fight this way, it never goes well for them. That's just the way I see it. And I mean, well, that's how I have seen it over Jared Cannonier's career. And I mean, is there a chance that Jared Cannonier absolutely rocks Michael Venom Page with an absolute bomb? Yeah, there's definitely a chance of that happening. But I haven't seen Jared Cannonier go for the kill against guys who have a similar style to MVP. And MVP's been fighting guys like Jared Cannonier his whole career, guys who just want to land that one big shot. And if Michael Venom Page knows how to move his feet, dance around the cage better than just about anybody in the whole UFC roster. Like, I just think this matchup works out perfectly for Michael Venom Page. I think like 8 out of 100 times, or 8 out of 10 times, Michael Venom Page wins this fight. Like, maybe even 9 out of 10. I really think this is going to be Michael Venom Page's night to shine, pretty much. I'm going to say MVP gets the win by decision. I don't see him finishing Cannonier. I think Cannonier's tough as nails. I got a lot of respect for Cannonier. I just know in these kind of fights, he just tends to freeze and doesn't really show any signs of breaking out of that in these dynamic matchups. So give me MVP, and we'll see if Cannonier can break out of the slump. Pardon my French, but I cannot effing wait for this goddamn fight. Jeff Neal versus Carlos Prates. Holy banger. Like, holy banger. What a fight this is. Jeff Neal versus Carlos Prates. I don't think there's much better of a matchup you can make at welterweight, man. Two guys who are just going to try and murder each other from bell 1 all the way till the final bell. And these guys could easily do it, man. The power that these two possess, their one-shot knockout power, like, oh my, dude, if there's any fight besides the title fight to get excited about at UFC 319, this is the goddamn fight. Like, this is so goddamn exciting. But, oh man, I will say this. I do think this is a good matchup for Carlos Prates. I think they're both similar styles with similar attributes, like I said, with that one-shot knockout power. I believe they're both southpaws as well. But with Prates, I mean, yeah, the man might rip a cig before the fight. Like, the man's rocking a 12-pack of darts every day, but like, man, he's got good enough of a gas tank to handle somebody like Jeff Neal. Ironically, Carlos Prates actually, was that fight the same night? When he fought Ian Gary, I'm pretty sure it was the exact same night that I tore my ACL. I gotta look back at that. Let me see. But Carlos Prates is a bad mother effer, man. I would not want to fight Carlos Prates. Like, the man, yeah, that was the exact same night that I fought. I had my fight where I tore my ACL. So, God only knows, man. God only knows how that's meant to make me feel. But the fact that I get surgery pretty well the same time as his last fight is actually kind of hilarious. But like, some of his knockouts, man, have been absolutely ridiculous. 4 fights in 2024, all of them won by knockout. Second round against Trevin Giles. First round against Charles Radtke. Second round against Li Jing Liang. What else do we have here? We have first round against Neil Magny. Like, the UFC has a real superstar in Carlos Prates, and I mean, he took that short notice fight with Ian Gary. I mean, I'm pretty sure Ian Gary was supposed to fight that night already, but I don't know. I think Carlos Prates, I think he does better when he has more notice for that fight. And I mean, Jeff Neal, he's kind of like the gatekeeper to the top 10, top 5 at this point. Like, I think if Carlos Prates beats Jeff Neal, give him another win or two, and I think he's right in title contention. The welterweight division is so congested for titles because, I mean, I mean, you got JDM who's gonna fight Islam probably in November. And you got, I think you should do Islam versus, or sorry, not Islam, Usman versus Bilal, and you could even match up like, who else is in that title picture? Like Sean Brady, Shavkat, Ian Gary's in there. Like, it's such a mess at welterweight, man. So many good matchups though, but a lot of mess to clean up. But give me Carlos Prates to beat Jeff Neal, man. I just really rate Carlos Prates. I don't think this fight sees the final bell. I think one of these chins are going to get cracked. It's just a matter of which one gets cracked first. And I think it's more likely that Carlos Prates cracks the chin of Jeff Neal before Neal cracks the chin of Prates. I'm going to go Prates by second round knockout. And yeah, this is a fun fight, man. If this ain't fight of the night, I'm going to be amazed. Now, this is a very fun fight as well. We have Lerone Murphy and Aaron Pico in the main event. A short notice main event, too. It's a compelling matchup, man. This is very compelling. I am very interested to see what Aaron Pico is going to look like against someone like Lerone Murphy, who's a top contender in the featherweight division, man. Featherweight's looking really good at the moment, too. Obviously, you got Volkas, Champ. Evloev's probably next in line for the title if he actually wants to fight. Evloev was actually, was supposed to fight Aaron Pico, but he pulled out. Let me look at the featherweight rankings real quick, because there's a lot of good people in this division, like Diego Lopez fighting John Silva later in the month, or in about a month. Like, oh my god, that's going to be a banger. Like, the top 5 right now, Evloev, Lopez, Rodriguez, Ortega, Arnold Allen, Lerone Murphy, Aljamain Sterling, Josh Emmett, Yusuf Zalal, John Silva, Patricio Pitbull, Steve Garcia. Like, this is a tough goddamn division, man. This is a very, very tough division. And where does Aaron Pico fit into all this? Because I'm going to be honest with you guys. I think this is a very tough matchup to give Aaron Pico in his first UFC fight. An undefeated, up-and-coming fighter like Lerone Murphy, who's pointed his way through a lot of good fights. And I mean, he's got the odd finish here and there, but like, I think Lerone Murphy is going to dominate Aaron Pico. I don't know if you're going to give Aaron Pico a UFC debut. I think it should be someone lower in the top 15 that's not named John Silva. Oh my god, I can't believe that friggin' guy. Like, that guy is insane. The fighting nerds, man, shout out to them. They are changing the game day by day. And obviously we got Prates on the card. Who else? They're all fighting very soon. I don't know about Rufi, but Ohio's fighting in Paris against Imavov. That's going to be a banger. Who else is there? Silva versus Lopez. God knows when friggin' Mauricio Rufi is fighting next. Hopefully soon. I actually want to look that up. I'm getting a little sidetracked. I apologize. When is Mauricio Rufi fighting next? Oh, he's fighting in Paris too. I didn't even know that. Yo, he's fighting Benoit Saint Denis. That's going to be a banger, man. Oh my god. But, yeah, like, back on the whole Aaron Pico thing. So, he's beaten a couple tough guys in his career, like Henry Corrales was his last win on the PFL versus Bellator card. Pedro Carvalho, Bellator 299 in Dublin, Ireland. Not a bad win. Not a bad win at all. Jeremy Kennedy, he won by a TKO shoulder, or that was a loss, actually, my bad. He got a shoulder injury in that one, and yeah, had to back out of that, but he actually lost to Henry Corrales the first time they fought, so you can tell he's changed his game. His first fight with Henry Corrales was in January 2019, and comes back to beat him in February 2024 in PFL versus Bellator, so he's obviously got some heart to him, and I think Aaron Pico will be great in the UFC, but feeding him Lerone Murphy on his debut, I just think it's a bit much. I just think it's a bit much. I honestly believe that Lerone Murphy, he reminds me so much of Leon Edwards. Like, where they're from, the way they fight, the way they're on a winning streak on their come up, like, Lerone Murphy reminds me so much of Leon Edwards. And I think Lerone Murphy gets a decision win over Aaron Pico. I think Aaron Pico's out of a great camp. I think as time goes on, he's going to be a great UFC fighter. How old is Aaron Pico? Like 26? Something like that? Yeah, he's 28. Like, the man's got a long career ahead of him. Lerone Murphy, I'm pretty sure he's in his 30s. Yeah, 34. Like, it's a very tough ask for Aaron Pico to try and beat Lerone Murphy in his UFC debut. If he does it, tip the hat to him. Like, fair play. Great performance, but I just don't see it. I've got Lerone Murphy getting the job done by decision here against Aaron Pico, and yeah, I'd say another win, and you got a title fight, Lerone Murphy. That's, if you put him up against Evloev in his next fight, I think you see Lerone Murphy versus Volkanovski before you know it. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Man, this video has flown right by. I've been having so much fun talking about this fight card. I'm not even gonna get to watch it live because I'll have to do my NASCAR post-race review because NASCAR's on a Saturday night, and yeah, I'll have to do that, and I'll have to catch this Sunday sometime. But man, Dricus du Plessis versus Khamzat Chimaev. Holy banger once again. Like, I am so compelled to see what this first round looks like. I truly am. But my honest belief here in this fight, I mean, it's a little too early to give you guys my prediction, but like, Dricus versus Chimaev. You look at these guys on paper. You know what Khamzat's going to want to do. He's going to want to take him to the ground and submit him. I mean, Dricus could probably do that later on if Khamzat gets tired. We'll talk about that more later. But I think Dricus' stand-up, as unorthodox as it is gonna be better than Chimaev's. If this fight stays on the feet, this shit's gonna look straight out of goddamn Looney Tunes, bro. That's the best way I can describe it. Is friggin' Khamzat's gonna be running after him, chucking a goddamn piano at him, while Dricus beats him over the head with a drum. Like, this shit is gonna look straight out of goddamn Looney Tunes if it stays on the feet. It's the only way I can imagine it. It's just freaking Khamzat's just running over with a piano above his head, just trying to smash Dricus with it, and then Dricus just grabs a drum and just like jumps over his head and just beats him over the head with the drum. Like, that's the only thing I could see. Or then gets like, like the cymbals or whatever, and just claps at him through his head. Like, this is just the only way I imagine this fight. It's gonna be so goofy. It's just, all I can say is just shut your technical brain off for this fight and just enjoy the chaos, because that's the best word you're gonna get to describe this fight, is just chaos. Two people that just don't really give a shit and just wanna beat the living hell out of each other. That's all I gotta say. But like, we know Khamzat's gonna come in like a wrecking ball. If he doesn't, I'll be amazed. We all know what he's trying to do. Take Dricus down, choke him out in the first round, maybe break his jaw, smash his face, get win, get belt, get bonus, go home. That's all Chimaev's wanting to do. With du Plessis, I mean, I'm really intrigued to see what he has to say at the press conference, because there's a lot to work with for him, especially with what you see of what he said in the past. But like, oh, Dricus. See, you can't really. I'm trying to pick something that Dricus is like good at, but he's not really good at anything. He's not good at anything in particular. It's just when you slam all of mixed martial arts together, he's somehow just really damn good at all of it. Like, there's no other way to describe him. He's such a weird fighter to try and talk about and explain. He's just so different. So different. And I don't know, man. Can Dricus du Plessis beat Khamzat Chimaev? Yes, he can. And I believe it's going to be on a cardio standpoint, because we know Chimaev will throw the kitchen sink at him in round one. And if anybody is weird and unorthodox enough to survive Khamzat Chimaev trying to bulldoze you in round one, it's Dricus du Plessis. Like, that's just, I don't know. It's such a weird matchup, but like, see, this is a factor too. Do the guys that Dricus beat really compare to the guys Chimaev's beat? Like, Robert Whittaker took down du Plessis at one point, if I'm not mistaken, and Chimaev demolished Whittaker in round 1. I mean, would you rather beat Kamaru Usman or Israel Adesanya? Would you rather beat Sean Strickland twice or Kevin Holland? Like, it's so compelling to see what's about to happen here. I mean, we're gonna get chaos no matter what. It's gonna be a banger of a fight, and I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I'm picking Dricus du Plessis. If Khamzat Chimaev wins, I will not be surprised at all. I really won't, but I just believe Dricus is weird enough and unorthodox enough to survive the onslaught, avoid the takedowns, and has enough gas in the tank and works really damn hard at having gas in the tank in those later rounds to beat somebody like Chimaev. Like, call it how you want, but that's just how I see it, and honestly, I'm amazed how many people are picking Dricus du Plessis to beat Chimaev. But if Chimaev wins, I will not be surprised either, because that dude is just a killer, but my pick is Dricus du Plessis. Honestly, there's probably going to be a lot of bets on Dricus du Plessis, considering he's the underdog and so many people are picking him, but that's just the way I see this fight going, man. It's going to be very, very compelling to see how this fight goes, and I mean, yeah, if it stays on the feet, especially in those later rounds, I got Dricus. I just see him getting the job done. But anyways, guys, let me know who you got for UFC 319 in the comments down below. It's so compelling to see what these fights are going to look like, and we're going to have a very, very interesting post-card show on Sunday after I get to watch these fights, because man, it's going to be so interesting to recap a card like this. And I mean, King Green, Diego Ferreira, Gerald Mearshart versus Mikhail Lukashchuk, however you say that. Jiskan Draws, Lupi Gonez, Chase Hooper versus Alexander Hernandez. That right there should be the goon-off. Edson Barboza's on the card versus Drakkar Klose. Like, Edson Barboza is going to kick off the early prelims, dude. That is insane to think about. But anyways, guys, let me know your picks for UFC 319 in the comments down below, and I will catch you guys next time around for UFC 320, which I believe is until October. Oh yeah, that's Pereira and Ankalaev too, and then Merab versus Sandhagen on that card. That one should be a fun card as well. But anyways, guys, I'll see y'all in October for some more UFC predictions, but until then, take care and peace!
We all want things, but what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be? And do you believe